Well, it looks like we are going to have a fight. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Ego Weight Watchers, aka ILL, where I give you a look into the fighter lifestyle before, after, and progress picks, especially when they have an upcoming fight. Bam. You never know. Boom. Devin Haney is looking shredded, jacked, as he prepares to move up for what I consider a very dangerous fight. Now, you guys see the picture on the screen. I'll temporarily enlarge it for you. But Devin Haney is looking chipped up, absolutely dialed in, shredded, and he's looking good at the weight, right? Lean, vascular, muscular. Looks like he's going to have no problem making the weight. So what do I love about this? Pretty much everything, because I just made a video. I just finished making a video about Brian Norman Jr. and he looking in shape and he looking brolic. Days later, Devin Haney posts this picture. So in case you guys missed the video, but I highly suggest that you check out the video with Brian Norman, that's the shape he's in. So you got two fighters that look to be training their butt off for this upcoming fight that is in 1 month. So I love it. Again, I just finished making a couple days ago the Brian Norman video, and I gave him props. Now I'm giving Devin Haney props because he looks to be in phenomenal shape. Now, I got to toot my own horn real quick. Notice that I tell y'all that my channel, we get it right. I tell y'all, and then I show y'all. And y'all know I'm the best in the business, and it's not even close. Notice how days ago, I did a Brian Norman video and gave him full-fledged props for looking in shape like he's taking the fight serious. I tell you, I'm old school. It don't take much to please me for these fights. Make a good fight, train, and don't be like playing around or partying and stuff like that. Look like you're taking it serious. And I gave Brian Norman credit, and now I'm giving Devin Haney the same credit. So I have no complaints. I already like this fight. You could really argue that this particular fight could have been its own main event. In fact, if David Benavidez wasn't such a big brand and commanding so much money because of who he is and what he's done, I think this fight probably would have been the main event. But David Benavidez is a big, he's like a big name. So they decided to make the yard fight a main event. But some people are more excited for the Devin Haney Brian Norman fight. Let me know in the comment section what fight is better. Now, you don't need to bash either fight because I think they're both good fights, Benavidez and Yard. And it's a good card. It's just a very good card. I'm looking forward to Bam Rodriguez's fight. But I want to know from you, out of the two, the main event, co-main, Devin Haney, Brian Norman, and Benavidez Yard, what fight you're looking forward to the most. Me, I think from top to bottom, it's a very good card. Again, Bam Rodriguez. Better be if it's no longer on the card. I updated you guys on that. And like I said, I got to give myself props for the fact that I cover boxing and I do it so immaculately that I give everybody a fair shake. Now, I really can't say there's a lot of low quality content. I cannot say the same for the Haneyacks. The Haneyacks, they only talk about Devin, right? They'll only give you like, oh, Devin's in shape. And then I seen some of them in the comment section of the Brian Norman. They said, oh, Ego, you're biased because you made a video. Y'all can say whatever y'all want in the comment section. We'll keep getting this paper and keep promoting the channel and growing the channel. No problem. But I always do a bang up job and I give you guys both sides. Now, the reality is, in a lot of these situations, a lot of new fighters, I'm just being real with you. A lot of these new fighters are not good business people. A lot of them. Meaning they want to grow in the sport and they think just simply being a good fighter with skill, that's enough. it is not enough. We're entering 2026. It is not simply enough to just be a good fighter. You're a brand. That's why streamers are popping and doing like world tours and all this type of stuff. And guys like Jake Paul, you can say whatever you want about Jake Paul. That's you. But he can brand himself, him and his brother. You can't take that away from them. And branding sells, having the gift to gab sells. So to be honest, there are fights where some people think, oh, Ego, you're just covering this guy and not. Sometimes these other boxers, like one person will be posty and posting things, and then the other person will just be in training camp and they don't really, there's no news about them. But in this case, Brian Norman, I was able to access and see a peek into his training camp and how he's looking, the shape he's in a month out, and now we're seeing it from Devin Haney. So as long as the fighters are posting, then, you know, there's nothing that I'm going to duck or dodge. I'm going to cover everything. But Devin truly looks like he's in good shape. It also begs the question what the game plan has been, because I don't see how he was making 135. Like, he was looking bad on that scale. I remember there was like a morning weigh-in, I believe for the Lomachenko fight, and Devin just looked very frail. His spine was sticking out, stuff like that. Even though he was able to rehydrate, he's doing that because he's in his 20s. That becomes a lot harder the older you get, right? So 135, he moved up to 140. He only had 2 fights there, the Ryan Garcia fight and pretty much Regis Prograis, and then he had a catch weight at 144 with Jose Ramirez. Now he's moving up, and to be honest, this looks like where he should be because he looks like he's filling out, and the weight cut is not going to be as extreme. I try to tell y'all, I know my stuff. Ego Weight Watchers has been tried and true for years, consistently. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty good with the eye test. And I tell you which fighters, they probably have an intense weight cut. And they got to really like eat the certain things and pay attention, get a nutritionist, things like that. Devin is definitely one of those people. But it looks like 147 will be a good fit for him. 140, you know, again, he looked cool at the Regis Prograis fight, but he actually looks better here than Regis Prograis. Like, he looked a bit massier some kind of way at 140 versus Regis Prograis. He looked more full. But right now he looks lean and he looks like sharp. Like, it looks like speed could be one of the things that he's really focusing on, him and his team, for this camp. And I think that's a good plan because Brian Norman got power in both hands. You want to be elusive. You want to box. You want to jab. Devin got a great jab, and he wants to be kind of in and out like the burger and take his time, not get caught with anything silly. I'm looking forward to a good fight. Let me know what you guys think. Devin Haney certainly looking in shape. Let me know what other content you want from me. Drop it in the comment section. I'm out.